Welcome, everyone, to the Ramsey Smith Isn't Funny podcast. I'm joined here by Donatus.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here.
Staneika.
Yeah, almost.
Staneika.
Perfect.
Nice.
Great
Very
to
good.
be
Perfect.
Here on the second biggest podcast in the world.
That's what they're saying, guys. That's what they're saying.
Shout out to Joe Rogan for having number one. Have you ever thought about naming this podcast Ramsey Smith Experience and just having intro trained by day Ramsey Smith Experience by night, but with Australian accent?
That's good. Yeah, I'd be the Australian Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think naming your podcast after another podcast, I think that's bad.
Yeah, and also it's very obvious what
it's so obvious.
Are you doing,
You just pick the biggest one.
Yeah, and you're like,
it
was just an accident,
Yeah, no, I just want people to experience Ramsey Smith. But yeah, we got you're Lithuanian?
I'll leave that for people to guess,
Okay, cool.
We can leave it a mystery.
Okay, well, Eastern Europe, whatever. That's fun. How long you been over in the old UK for?
5 years.
Nice.
Almost exactly 5 years. Half a decade when you think it.
Half a decade.
In those terms.
If you, a baby that got born when you came over has learned to walk and is going to school now.
Oh, wow, that's
when you think about it like that.
Yeah, or you could also think that everyone you knew back then is also 5 years older.
Yeah, but I think I like to measure time in babies.
I don't know why.
Because a baby, they develop quicker, Because the difference between a 25-year-old and a 30-year-old could be nothing.
Yeah.
But a 0-year-old and a 5-year-old got to be way different.
Especially these days because we follow the longevity movement.
Yeah.
And just people kind of taking care of themselves.
Are you doing any of that? Taking any pills, lion's mane?
I used to be doing more of that before comedy, so I was.
Do you know your O2 production?
I wish that I knew. It's not that good because I used to be a heavy cigarette smoker.
Okay.
And when I went to a doctor and he was like, "Oh yeah, your O2 is pretty bad." It was I think it was. He probably thought or tried to scare me and said that it was worse than it probably actually was because I think...
Because he wants you to stop smoking.
That, but also, when you're smoking, and I think I smoked that morning before doctor's appointment, so I think it was still heavily concentrated.
Yeah, it's still got... It's got to be easy to be a doctor when they're unhealthy. Because it's, you got to stop smoking. Stop being fat, That's a lot easier. But if someone's healthy, you got to actually think.
Yeah. So before that, I used to do CrossFit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
didn't realize you were gay.
I mean, CrossFit is great. I don't know why people hate it so much, but it's I like lifting.
Yeah.
I like lifting. I'm going to the gym.
But not too heavy.
No, but CrossFit
Keep it a bit light though.
CrossFit you lift.
No, I don't want to lift the heavyweights, guys. I want to do the light ones.
No, you lift heavy in CrossFit. You lift heavy.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is,
how much you benching?
I was benching.
This is an alpha male. We might be the Ramsey Smith experience because we went right into gym.
You
do jiu-jitsu, bro?
No, I wish I did Aikido, which was useless.
Is that the one Steven Seagal did?
Yeah. I have a whole bit about Steven Seagal.
You stole Steven Seagal. You're like, that's what I want to be.
I actually wanted to do Kung Fu.
Okay.
And capoeira, but my mom was like, "Oh, Aikido is all about discipline and it's safer and
about the slow, it's about not moving."
Yeah,
it's about
it's about channeling your enemies.
It's like comedy. You channel you're less, So it's like the word economy of doing jiu-jitsu, of doing martial arts.
All right. But with CrossFit, the main thing is that you're in and out.
Yeah.
So it's
it's quick.
Like a hamburger place. You basically the whole thing is an hour. So you show up to the box. I don't know. They call them boxes, not gym.
Ah.
So when someone is really heavy into CrossFit, not 5 classes in. If you're 5 classes in, you're going to I'm going to a CrossFit gym. I'm going to CrossFit. But if you're dedicated to saying I'm going to the box,
I
was at the box.
I'm gonna punch some box.
And so it's warm up is 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
When you do skill training, so skill training is basically maybe you work on deadlifts, maybe on some other lift for 10 minutes, and when
but you're not maxing out on any of these things.
No. And when there's this thing workout of the day, workout of the day is I don't know 15 or 20 minutes, and it's always different. That's what also makes it fun, and then like a cool down. So basically the whole thing is like an hour, and that like it doesn't seem like a lot, 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that workout is usually crazy because it's
how often are you doing CrossFit?
5-6 times a week.
5-6 times a week.
I was heavy into it.
Wow. Okay.
I was heavy into it because like it gets you hooked. Because
well, if you want to look like Donatus, start doing CrossFit.
I mean, this is
if that's your goal. If you got that, you know.
This is post.
I might get a picture of you up in this room, and I can wake up every day, and I got to train to look like that.
Get the one from Munster with a 6-pack, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I use.
Do you ever have a 6-pack?
I used to have a 6-pack.
You used to have a 6-pack.
I have like a poster of that, so I wake up and I'm thinking like,
yourself.
how far have I fallen, you know?
Yeah, you look up and go, I used to be something.
But
I used to be someone.
But like also the workout of the day is always like usually different. So basically,
it's like soup of the day.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can actually make a good combination. You know,
it's
you
different.
do CrossFit and then get soup.
And then you can go. You can have a CrossFit restaurant next to the box, not the CrossFit gym, the box.
Yeah.
And you can do a workout of the day and a soup of the day. Going to be different every time.
To make it confusing, you name the restaurant the box.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you name the CrossFit gym soup.
Yeah. But so like.
Yeah.
Workout of the day is basically, let's say this is just like an example, right?
Nice.
You like, for example, one round.
Yeah.
It's like 250-meter run.
Nice.
Let's say 5 deadlifts.
Yeah.
Like 10 squats.
This is in like a circle, like you.
No, just like in a box.
Is it a box?
At the gym.
Yeah, it's in the box.
I mean,
no circles.
It
Squares
doesn't have to be a circle, you know?
Yeah.
So let's say you run 250 meters when you do like 5 deadlifts.
Nice. Are you fast?
I used to.
You used to.
Oh, fast. I thought that you meant like fast, like intermittent fasting.
No. Are you quick?
I don't know.
If we had a race now, 100-meter race, me and you.
Well, against you, obviously I would win.
Okay, well, I don't know if the word obvious was going to be used there.
I did it for the comedic effect.
I've got a rolled ankle at the moment.
I did it for the comedic
effect. Yeah, we don't do comedy on this pod.
And
it's not allowed.
So I think like I have more strength and like fast twitch muscles.
Okay.
And so yeah, let's say 250-meter run.
Yep. We have to nail down what
5
this workout
deadlifts.
is. Very important for the pod.
10 squats.
If you guys are training along at home, make sure we're doing this in the correct order. Okay, guys?
10 squats with like, let's say, kettlebell.
Kettlebell squats.
Yeah, 15 push-ups.
Why are they called kettlebells?
Who knows?
Because what a kettle,
Before
you
my
heat
time.
up water. Is that a kettle? Yeah, it's a kettle.
Yes, you could fill it with 5 liters.
Oh, because I guess kettles used to have the handles. The old school candle.
So
kettle.
Let's say
do they have electricity in Lithuania?
We haven't defined that I'm from there. So
okay, sorry, from Eastern Europe.
I think it's I don't know how many places don't have electricity.
Nice.
So 15 push-ups.
We gotta nail down the workout.
20 burpees.
Okay.
And I don't know, 25. I don't know. Let's say power cleans or whatever.
Excuse me if we're gonna put that down because the foot gets in there and people get
just
hard
wanted
and
to
you're gonna get
my
on Wiki FEAT.
So let's say like that's one round.
Yep, that's one round, guys.
And you're doing like 15 minutes, so you have to do like as many rounds as possible.
Gotcha.
Right, and the thing is, the workout is posted before like, before the day, so we can actually see what you'll be doing tomorrow.
Oh, so you can mentally.
And you can be like, oh yeah, I'm going to like do this and that. And let's say like the gym has like, let's say 5 or 6 classes, right? And let's say you're going into the afternoon.
Yeah.
So we had like few morning classes, few
couple
at noon.
Afternoons,
and then you see like, oh, like the typical.
In case you guys are thinking of picking up a membership.
The typical like range is like 7 or 8.
Yep.
And also we have like these like levels, like beginners, intermediate,
so
and
you
like
can
and
jack
pro
it up.
and pro. So yeah.
Is there any breaks in this, or you just going?
No, you kind of resting like between rests. So like you kind of like maybe like
Like
sort of like run slower, or like maybe you basically have to like figure out the rest yourself. Maybe like you'll do like one more. So the thing
there might be an exercise that's a little bit easier.
So yeah, so there's like basically there's that a little of competition effect, because like what's the average and you're like what's your target.
So you're trying to beat.
And also there's like that wolf pack mentality.
The other boxers. CrossFitters.
Yeah, and you
is CrossFitters the right term?
Yeah,
a group of crocs, a CrossFitai,
CrossFitter, yeah, I think that's what we call them. And
nice.
And and then basically you also everyone is doing that workout at the same time. So
everyone's in it together.
Yeah, so you have like 15 people. So
you're looking. She got 7 reps.
And that's
I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna get 10.
And also that's why like, and also like. You will have like a lot of like I don't know like people who like were in the army or special forces, but also like a lot of like stay-at-home parents.
Yeah.
And everyone is kind of just.
And you got to kick that single mum's ass. You're like, fuck you, bitch. You're getting 5. You stare at her while you outwork her.
And the
so this is why your husband died.
Wow.
A widow in
why you went like so dark?
Well, I don't know. We're having fun, you know.
And
people die. You know, it happens.
And the thing is, so that's like that's how CrossFit works.
That's how CrossFit works, guys.
That's the name of the episode.
You know how in the pod where they have the sections and you can scroll and say what are they talking about? That's how CrossFit works, guys.
But
if you want to get a membership, make sure to use promo code Ramsey Smith. Donatus is the promo code at your local. Just when you go into your local box, you say, "Hey, I heard about this from the Ramsey Smith Isn't Funny podcast." 20% off right there.
And
guaranteed.
The thing is, it's like...
if not, I'll kill him.
Jesus.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. And when you end up... If you do that, their partners will start doing CrossFit.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So... And I like lifting, but I don't know, like, when I moved to London, there wasn't, like, a CrossFit nearby me, and it was, like, so much more expensive. So I was going to, like, a regular gym, and, like,
Yeah.
Also, it was the gym where, like, PT would make you, like, a program for free.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I was doing it, like, for, like, half a year.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, it would just take, like, so much, longer, because, you go to the gym,
well,
you
start keep scrolling. Your tempo up.
Yeah, and you start scrolling your phone.
Can't be scrolling. No phone. You got a phone in the locker. You just fucking rip.
You start talking to like like if a trainer who knows like in the room, you would start talking to like him like about like something like about
what's happening.
Yeah, and like anyways, so it's like it would take like so much longer, and also I don't know, just like it's also repetitive because you have to be doing like leg day, push leg, pull legs, but you like increase your weights
like
and reps.
Thing. Okay.
So like,
were you squatting?
Yeah.
How much can you squat?
147 kilos.
137 kilos. Is that's okay? That's pretty good.
I think that's like over 250 pounds. I
don't know pounds. You benching?
Who's benching 102 to 109, something like that?
That's for one. That's 1 rep max.
Yeah.
Ooh, pretty good.
Maybe I got it to like 110 or 115. I don't know. But I was like doing at one point reps of like 100 an hour, like 3-6 reps, something like that.
That's all good. That's pretty good. You
deadlift was like 160, I think.
160 deadlift, pretty good.
I had a goal of getting it to like 200 kilos, but the main thing is like at some point, every kilos, every like even like incremental increase starts to feel heavy.
Oh yeah.
You like go like 145.
I've always said that weights are heavy.
Yeah.
And the more weight, normally the heavier it gets.
But let's say when you go to like 125 to like 128, it doesn't feel that heavy. But like at some point, like 145.
Yeah,
like
another 5, it feels... You reached your limit.
So I think like my heaviest wasn't like 160 precisely. It was like 159 and a 5 or something like that.
That's very precise.
Or something like that.
What type of weights are you using? You putting on the 1.25s?
Yeah, you have even 0.25.
You're putting on the 0.25s on a dead. That's okay.
Because you're trying to get to like 160, and when you try to do 160, and it's just not moving at all. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You just got to. I don't know.
Were you ever into a gym?
Yeah.
Into gym? What kind of gym? What kind of workout?
I just do it. I was banging weights. You know?
What?
I used to be into rugby a lot, so I would be doing squats, squat, bench, deadlift, and then a lot of accessory ones. I got really into the benching and stuff.
Do you feel like sort of like bad?
No.
About that's established.
No. What do I feel bad about?
That, like, for example, rugby.
Yeah.
Historic sport, very established.
Very.
But on the international scene, is not as known as NFL. And I guess the money is not as good as
international NFL is known
in the States.
It's in the States, absolutely, and then it's got sparklings everywhere else. But I'd say I played rugby league,
right?
Which is for the filth, for the scum, right? Because it's played up north here, so it's all scum, working class sport. And then rugby.
I love the North
I love scum. I'm a big fan of scum, so I love the North. And then the rugby union is.
I wouldn't call them, but yeah.
Well, I'm calling them scum, all right. And you're associated with that now forever, okay? But yeah, so rugby union's more of a.
Do you consider yourself scum as well?
Yeah, of course.
Right, so,
You don't consider yourself scum?
how do you would define that?
I don't know. Whatever you think scum is. Okay, so where you're from, is there a class system where you're from?
I wouldn't say so. No.
No, everyone's equal.
Yeah, but
communist.
But also people don't. I don't know. I think like so when you come like,
What do you think of communism?
From like a smaller country.
Yeah.
I think that
have a stance.
That
have a belief. Stand up.
Everyone
Stand up for what you believe.
Everyone when you have like a smaller country.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how well you're doing, because it's like a small place.
Because the country doesn't matter.
Where you will have like in your family, extended family, people who might be doing way better than you or way worse than you. So it's not like, you could be like this baller guy, but you will likely have like an uncle who's like a struggling alcoholic or something like that.
Scum. Say scum.
Why?
Because scum's a great word.
I've already said that.
Do you have a big family?
No.
No? You a small one? Any siblings?
Just single child, which explains comedy and CrossFit, I would say.
You think so? A lot of single children, a lot of single mothers and a lot of single children in CrossFit. There you go.
What about you? Do you have?
I got one younger sister.
What she's up to?
She's just hanging out.
Right.
She's in Australia. She's doing uni. She's fine. She's probably smarter than me.
What is she studying?
Criminology.
Oh wow, that's exciting. That's like as a kid when you watch like CSI or like a detective show, that's like you want to be you just pull up, solve a case. You
want to be the
mystery.
person that has the body and says the little one-liner after they die.
Yeah, and put up your sunglasses.
Yeah. Ow! Yeah. What did you want to be growing up?
I don't know. Lots of things. I wanted to be a WWE wrestler.
Oh. That's possible. You could do that.
Maybe. I think now it's
you got to make it in comedy and then you jump that way. You know?
I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to be in FBI.
You want to be in the FBI?
Yeah, man.
That's hard. Do they let Eastern Europeans join the FBI?
I don't know. You see like a child and you see like American Dream.
You could be like a double agent in whatever. You could go undercover good because you've got the accent and you speak the language. They might want you there.
Yeah.
Don't give that up.
The accent.
No, the FBI dream.
FBI dream.
You could still do it.
You could do it through comedy as well.
Undercover comedian FBI who gets booked at like the Riyadh Comedy Festival to investigate. As
investigate
an FBI, to just to hang around the Saudis to see what they're doing, Yeah,
and
you crush really hard.
FBI is domestic agency.
So
you like only work in the States.
Oh, so you wanted to work in America only?
I mean,
that's a funny dream to have as a kid. That's cool.
I think that. I mean, like, I think like in
could
smaller
you kill
countries.
Someone if push came to shove?
No.
I
don't think I could live with that. Could
really?
You?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could.
Depends who. I think if I had a
That's
reason.
like like for example, like with military when I was doing like CrossFit again.
Yeah.
Everything leads back to CrossFit.
All roads.
I would see like a lot of like military guys as well.
Really?
And when you're like CrossFitting, your algorithm also gets into it because like
it gets into because you're around. You type up how to do this exercise.
Yeah, exactly. So you get like not only like CrossFit advices, but like a lot of like something Oh, and also in CrossFit, basically, there's like these workouts called hero workouts.
Nice.
Which are basically named after Navy SEALs.
Oh, really?
By their last names, who like died in combat.
Oh, you die and they name a CrossFit workout after you?
So it's like kind of like thing like the CrossFit, like, if I think they like also used to like work out, but point being is like, so basically it has like overlap with like military, like community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you look up CrossFit and when you like get like a video of like let's say like some farmer, like let's say Delta guy, and he's like doing some workout or whatever.
I've seen those ones where they don't have legs and they're like doing push-ups. You seen that? Where like they're like they've been like amputee, like they're soldiers who've clearly lost their legs and they're doing like I saw a guy doing a chin-up with his wheelchair like attached to him. Pretty gangster.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Kind
of makes you want to be in a wheelchair a little bit.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
That's like also shout out to Jim Jeffries' podcast. I don't know about that.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's like
I think if I lost my legs, I'd be more fit than I am now. Because I'd be working out more to compensate for the no legs. But now I can just walk, so I'm fine. So I can be fat. But if I had no legs, I wouldn't want to be fat as well.
I don't know how to segue out of that one. But
you know what I mean? Like, I have no legs, and you pull up to the gym in a wheelchair, and everyone's like, this guy has to do something sick, right? And that pressure would make you do stuff.
So like that guy from American Dad.
Yeah, I guess so.
But so what I wanted to say...
Plus also my legs are big, so it would lose a lot of weight.
So what I wanted to say is like...
yeah.
When your algorithm gets into like this military content,
yes,
you think like, oh, that would be like pretty like cool, you know, like jumping out of like airplanes, helicopters,
bang, bang,
riding,
bang.
doing drills, you know, all of that.
Yeah,
you know, brotherhood, all of that.
That's it, man.
But also anything like when push comes to shove, yeah, man, I couldn't kill anyone.
Yeah, you got to kill some.
So it's like, so it would be actually, I think it could be like a business model, military, but without being deployed. You know, you take people into like a boot camp and it's like 6 month thing, and you're like doing all of this military stuff like proper like Navy SEAL training, but you never get deployed, you know.
Well, they get like they got the Army Reserves.
Yeah, but
then all
I think reserve is means that you can be activated.
Yeah, but like I guess if they go into war, then they might call you up. But I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Military fake. Have you seen those Alpha Bro camps? Where they'll be like, it'll just be like, it's basically that. It's exactly what you're describing, but it's just like middle-aged losers who are like, they couldn't get into the army, so they go, I'm going to go do this boot camp. So they have like a drill sergeant like yelling at them. But it's just some guy that works in accounting or some bullshit, you know? It's pretty fun.
All right.
I'm sure it'd be good. I'm sure the brotherhood aspect would be good, but also... I don't know. It's just like losers who want to feel strong, you know. But your masculinity doesn't come from out there; it comes from in here.
No, I know. But I'm just saying, like in general, like there is something like about if you watch like something like Jack Ryan, you know, that skill set seems to be like, you know,
it'd be nice.
Cool.
It'd be nice to be able to kill people, like to have the ability, but not to do it. Like if you walk in a room, like if I wanted to, I could kill everyone.
I mean, like everyone has that skill set in general. You just need to, you know, if you know how to drive a car, you know, that's just like, I think like when I'm talking about like military, it's more like about like...
Yeah, but like let's say you walk into a bar and you're like, all right, if shit goes down, fucking throw that stool there, do a back, grab that bottle. You know what I mean? Like that type of action. You want to be James Bond. You want to have an ability, but you don't actually want to kill anyone.
Yeah.
Except for a couple of people. I think you could kill a couple of people. It'd be fine. What's your current Instagram algorithm? Sitting
just a lot of stand-up.
Not a stand-up? Really? Yeah.
That's about it.
That's good. Mine's stand-up and anti-Semitism at the moment. Yeah, I know. It goes pretty hard, you know? But that, you know, that's the algorithm.
What did you type into?
I don't type. I just look at what I look at. I think because I see a lot of, like, racist reels and you do a double take to be like, is that what this is saying? And they go, oh, yeah. Plus also I've got... Whenever my friends send me... like Israel Palestine stuff, and then I look at it, and then it gets more extreme. Because I have like Muslim friends sending me, so they have their like Muslim like algo that's very like sympathetic. But then I have the white guy anti-Semitic algorithm, so we're like that's the crossroads. We go to different paths.
Do you ever like check someone else's Instagram and see like, oh, algorithm is like completely different?
Oh, well, like, you live in a completely different world to some people, you know?
Right.
You look at him like, this guy, there's stuff I'd never see, you know? My wife's is just pictures and videos of Sabrina Carpenter. That's all that's on the thing. That's the only thing on her whole Instagram like algo. Mine's like a little bit of stand-up.
But also I think like with
and then like a white supremacist being like, oh, race mixing's bad.
I think like with algorithm, it's kind of interesting that feels like companies...
And sometimes it's a Kill Tony clip, which is a mix of both. Anyway, go on.
Don't mix it up, the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like in terms of... Because like I assume... Like, let's say, because people have short attention spans.
Yeah.
And let's say your algorithm is all, like, about cars or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, Top Gear clips and...
Top Gear. You like Top Gear?
Yeah, I used to
nice.
Watch it, like, growing up. But, and I would love the road trip specials. But point being is, let's say, like, your algorithm is all cars and you're, like, into cars.
Yeah.
But at some point, you know, you're kind of, like... get oversaturated with that. So it's kind of interesting that
Well-
like these companies don't sprinkle some random content. So let's say if you're like into cars, why don't sprinkle in like I don't know something about
Something else in there. I think there's some people who can just look at cars.
Yeah,
for
but
hours.
yeah, but I mean people can watch like at everything, but like I think like how long is that longevity span going to
True.
be? Because like I think like you also probably like maybe let's
Well, I feel like
put
the way
some travel
the way
content.
mine works is like because you have the explore page, and it's almost sorted itself into different like channels. So there'll be one I can click on that's like stand up, and I can just scroll on stand up. Once I get bored of that, I scroll out of that, and then I go to the next one, which is, you know what I mean, whatever alt-right shit that's been shoved down my throat, and I can watch that for a bit, and I scroll out and I can go look at clips of Family Guy or whatever.
Right.
That's how it works for me. Maybe it's not for everyone else, but that's it. The Instagram knows your brain so much more than anything else does.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's like also on a very basic kind of like level. I don't think algorithm is still like sort of like is not like I mean I don't know how much
But like
a
it's
person
based,
does it actually like no it like it is based on your interest or what you might happen to like click on because someone sent something into a group chat or someone sent like some video and then it like picks something up from that. So let's say if someone sends you like I don't know like a clip from Sky News like some debate and then it just like
it
pop
hits
like
you
a lot
with
of
that.
like Sky News but clips.
Yeah,
But it's not like it actually understands like the reason
I
why you're
think.
watching it and like how nuanced
I
like,
honestly, I
your
disagree. I think
interests
mine
are.
knows me.
Really.
I think mine knows what I'm gonna. Mine knows how to rage bait me very well.
So it knows how to get your attention, but
knows
it
how to get
doesn't
my
know you like
attention.
as a person what you actually like.
I may not know what
user.
I like, but I think it. Well, I guess it knows how to get my attention in ways that I wouldn't know.
Right.
You know? Did you get into the AI cat videos?
No.
Oh
Not
no!
yet.
I used to watch those. If I on my phone too much, I become like an iPad baby,
Right.
where it's just a cat. Meow 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 meow. You don't recognize that tune?
No. I think like my AI videos
I
felt
used
like
to love those.
something like random, like
Yeah.
completely like random.
What do you think of AI? Is AI taken over? Do you think we're going to be slaves to robots in a couple years?
I think
at the
nobody
moment-
knows where this is actually going.
Yeah.
It's almost like crypto. Even
Okay.
people who make predictions and know where this is going, they don't know where
They
this
don't
is going.
actually
Because
know.
like even with crypto, crypto is like, oh, Bitcoin is a phase. Then it's sort of like, no, Bitcoin is just like reserve
Bitcoin's here to
assets.
stay.
Then you had like altcoins, right?
Did
but
you
then-
did you buy any bitcoins? Any type of crypto?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you make some cha-ching, some coin?
I bought 0.2 Bitcoin.
Wow.
When it
holding?
was super cheap. And then that exchange that I had it on
Yeah.
got seized by
Oh,
FBI.
Yeah. Well, that's
and
always,
I cannot get back.
That's
I think
always
it's now
the
worth
risk.
20K.
Wow,
so.
that sucks. That's why you want to work for the FBI, so you can get your 0.2 Bitcoin back. Oh man, that would piss me off so much. Yeah.
But and then like NFTs were a thing, and a lot of crypto guys were saying like NFTs, this is like
Yeah.
non-fungible art or whatever.
But, like,
and then
the-
it just gone away.
the
like remember
NFTs
Web3? What happened to Web3? Have you
I
what
don't
what
know
web
much
are we
about
on
it.
now? Is
But-
it back to Web 1?
But I feel like NFTs was so like for me who doesn't understand any of it, looking into it and going, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like the fact that someone's like, you have to buy this monkey, and I'm like, there's no way this is an investment. Like
Right.
immediately, like there were actual people who were like, I need to buy this rare ape or whatever because it was on.
But
People plugged it on Fallon. That
do,
was hilarious.
do you know this show? It's on Netflix.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
BoJack Horseman.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to talk about. No, I think it's called King of Collectibles.
Okay.
And it's about this guy.
Collect
Who-
stuff.
No, he runs a company.
Okay.
And it's actually a pretty interesting company to run.
Nice.
He's like a broker for like collectible items,
Yeah.
but it's all like about like sports items, sports cards, or like
Just collectibles.
collectibles,
Pokemon cards.
any kind of card.
Anything you can collect.
Yeah, exactly. So I was
Nice.
watching like last episode,
Yes.
and that episode was about like some guy
Hell yeah.
who bought like some Marvel cards,
Okay.
and it's like basically a card like with superheroes, so Incredible Hulk, or I don't know.
The Riddler.
I think that's
That's
DC.
the Riddler right there.
That's
That is DC. Oh, so Marvel. Sorry.
So he was like, yeah, Marvel. So let's see.
Do you like
Hulk,
Marvel?
Captain America.
You big into the movies?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
like
you have a favorite superhero?
favorite superhero.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Marvel. Any superhero.
Mm. I would say from Marvel, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
guess.
love Spider-Man.
I love The Dark Knight.
Nice.
By Christopher Nolan. I like The Boys.
Yeah.
But in general, point being is like, so this guy collected 50 Marvel cards.
Yeah.
It was like
We
some
didn't get a solid answer
2019
on which one.
And
you picked like 3.
So he like collected this case, and he refused to sell it for like 1.2 million.
Whoa, yeah, okay.
And it was just like not like some cards from the 60s or 70s. It was like from 2019 collection or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like that. And he basically went to that company, to try to sell it, but because the market is down, so he was maybe like hoping to get like 1 million or whatever. I don't know how it ends. I haven't finished an episode.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, like on
Tune in on Netflix to see if he can sell it or not.
But on that show, they sell like a lot of like sports memorabilia and a lot of these like collectible cards.
Are you into a particular sport? What's your favorite sport?
I don't know.
Do you follow football or anything, or no?
I watch a little bit of MMA.
No? MMA.
A bit of that.
Yeah, that's a classic. Who's your favorite fighter?
I don't know. Now maybe it would be.
I know nothing about MMA, so this is going to be good. Choose carefully. Don't say the wrong one. People are going to be pissed. We're watching. Conor McGregor's like a right-wing guy now. Is that right? He's trying to kick out the immigrants of Ireland. So I guess you can't say him. Because he's the only one I think I know.
I was thinking like I don't watch it that often, but
that's fine.
His name
is
Georgian guy who now lives in Spain.
Okay.
Just like the name escaped me.
That's all right.
Completely.
No, that's fine. Don't worry.
No.
We
need to get to the bottom of it.
We don't have to. We do have to think about it. Just be careful we don't bump the camera there.
We must.
Yeah.
We must.
What weight class is he?
I think featherweight.
Okay, featherweight.
Yeah.
I know nothing. That doesn't do anything for me. He lives in Spain.
Yeah.
Google it at home, and then call into the show.
It's one of the biggest MMA fighters in the world.
Okay. Did he fight? Who? Did you watch the one where the guy hurt his eye?
Yeah.
We were huddled.
Ilia Topuria.
That's a fun name. I like it.
Ilia
Topuria.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fun. I like names. They're fun.
Yeah.
You've got a name. I was hosting a gig you were on, and I got to your last name, and there's things I do with difficult to pronounce names when I don't actually know how to say them. I kind of yell it, and I say it very quickly, and I try to make sure their applause covers.
Yeah, I think comedians they kind of like.
So give it up to Staneika. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then you come up and you go hello.
Yeah, and then like everyone in the audience are like, I cannot believe you got his name wrong,
Yeah, they get pissed.
Yeah,
because they say, this is who we're here to see. We're here to see Staneika. He got his name wrong. So pissed off.
And what about you? So any sport besides rugby?
I like rugby league. I like the NFL. I like a little bit of NBA.
Oh, so NFL rugby.
Yes.
What I meant is like, obviously it's like one of the biggest sports in America, in the United States.
Yes.
But internationally it's not as big,
like
but
NFL.
But when I meant like rugby, I meant like when it comes to like I guess TV rights and money deals and like let's say someone like Philadelphia Eagles,
yes,
are kind of like a world-known brand.
Yeah,
where let's say like I don't know Adelaide Elephants of like rugby league, are not that known.
World known.
And did you feel like like when you were playing like rugby, that the skill set is kind of like similar, and you could transition into like American football, and it's kind of like similar sport, but it doesn't get as much. Like let's say even
I think the difference is in NFL. It's a very specialized sport,
right?
So the different positions are very specialized to exactly what they do, which is why you have these linemen that are 300 pounds,
right,
6'5", and then you also have a cornerback who's 5'11", and isn't that heavy, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, so they're training more specifically, and also because it's short bursts of whatever, their like overall fitness isn't as much. So you have a very variation of body size type.
Right.
Where I'd say in rugby league, you have a bit of variation, but you still need to be fit, you still need to be strong, you still have to both defend and attack. So a couple of people have made the transition. There's a couple of good linemen now who were kind of too big for rugby league.
Right.
So they became like linemen. The guy in the Philadelphia Eagles, the left tackle, is Jordan Malata, I want to say, who is a I think Samoan background, but he used to play league in Sydney in like under 20s or whatever. Transitioned to the NFL. Also, we have a lot of Islanders playing rugby league, which I think is great because they're huge and they're big, beautiful boys, and they have big legs, and they're good. But I think their body type is going to transition more into the NFL. So if the NFL does their recruiting right, they're going to be going down to Hawaii and Fiji and Samoa, get these big boys.
If you were playing in NFL, what do you think your position would be? What do you think you would be good at? A, what would you want to play in NFL? That's the first question.
Yeah.
2, what do you think you actually would be good at? What's your, like,
if I was going to play in the NFL?
Yeah. And third, what do you think they actually would put you, knowing your like body size?
Knowing my body type. Okay, let's. We're gonna go back to 2019. I'm at peak athletical fitness.
All right.
Okay, I'm not
6-pack.
No 6-pack, but
just like dad bod.
Beefy. No, not
farm
dad bod.
Farm bod.
The farm bod. Sure, we'll say farm bod. I have big old arms, traps. You know. I reckon. Oh, look, honestly, I would have loved to be an old school fullback in the NFL, which is their lead blocker. So you kind of just
take all the damage.
Well, you literally just run head first into whoever, and you fucking you're just a blocker. You're a glue guy.
Right.
I love glue guys. So honestly, fullback, and then I'd be too small to be a lineman, too slow to be anywhere in the secondary. Maybe I'm undersized to be a tight end, so maybe a linebacker. I think maybe a middle linebacker. I'm doing the dirty work. Right? That's I'm doing the hard yards. I'm doing the, it's a game of inches. Yeah, so I'd probably play in fullback. I think they'd put me fullback or linebacker. The modern game, it's kind of the linebacker are getting quicker because athletically we're all developing. So if you have a lineman that can drop into coverage, it's very handy to have. So I think a fullback, I'd be a niche. It's a niche position now.
What do you think is the average height in NFL?
Of all the players?
Yeah.
Ooh, probably 6'2".
What's the
going to be my guess.
Smallest position?
The smallest position you're probably going to find are running backs and...
So I guess you have to run because
you got to run. Yeah.
So you have to be. You can be like smaller because you can. Compensate with speed, I guess.
You can compensate with speed, and also I think the lower center of gravity helps you stay upright and not get tackled. So I reckon, and then also cornerbacks are kind of, you get a lot of those that are under 6 foot. Because you just got to be really quick there. You coverage.
Right.
So if a wide receiver's running, you got to stay and try and cover them, stay in front of them. Get those fluidity in your hips. Would you say your hips are fluid?
No, in CrossFit, even one of the coaches was like, "Oh, your mobility is like pretty bad.
Your hips suck." That's what he's saying to you.
Just more, like, are you flexible?
No, God, no.
Yeah. Have you been to watch NFL live?
I've never seen a live NFL game, unfortunately.
How much would you be willing to spend? Let's say it's happening in London.
It's happening in London. Okay. Well, the problem is
they come here from time to time.
They do, but they send the shittest teams. They send bad games to London. Is what happens.
You get to see NFL live.
I know, but I don't want to watch fucking Jacksonville versus the goddamn
Oakland
Raiders. They were exactly. They suck. They always bring out like two terrible teams. I would love to go to Lambeau Field.
Watch
the Lambeau Leap. Wisconsin. Green Bay. Cheeseheads.
All right, so let's say your job sends you to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But your financial situation is the same. They just pay you for tickets because you need to go to some conference.
Yeah.
And they pay you accommodation.
Absolutely.
And
I'm going to the
NFL game is
barista
happening.
conference, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. They developed this new latte in Wisconsin.
Yeah, nice.
With Wisconsin
That's
farm milk.
That's it. I got to bring
need
some
our
cheese.
best
I got to
man.
get some cheese. Yeah,
You
okay,
know,
cool.
we need our man.
I'm going
on
to Green Bay to get some cheese. Okay.
You're going to get like some expertise training. Travel is covered.
Yeah.
Accommodation,
All
travel
that's
lodge
covered.
is covered. They have food.
Okay.
The game is happening on Sunday.
Yes.
You are free on Sunday. Your finances are the same as we are now.
Then I can't afford a single ticket anywhere.
All right,
I'm
let's say you sold your
I would spend
something like how much would you be willing to spend?
under £200. £200 is my max.
So it's like $300. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not getting those numbers right,
Yes.
obviously, but I'm saying it's like, do you think the cheapest ticket to NFL really they don't have nosebleeds for like $100 or something like that?
Maybe for a regular season game in nosebleeds. Yeah, you could probably get it for that much, I think, actually. You could probably find one. That's what I'm thinking. You could probably find a nosebleed one for that much. But, you know what I would... No, I don't know. I just I'm just poor. If I had money, I'd, spend more. Isn't that the way life works? Ladies and
we
gentlemen,
probably would be podcasting in a studio.
I would be in a studio. This is a beautiful studio, all right? We're in my room. It's comfy, yeah. But, what are you going to do? But, yeah, I'd spend £200 to go watch my Green Bay Packers go at it. You know what's annoying? They have a good record, but they actually suck, is what I
How many
suspect.
Super Bowls have they won?
Oh, man, I think 5.
5.
They won a lot early on.
Yeah, when was the last time?
They were but they won one in 2010.
Do you ever go down into like sports franchise history?
Oh, yeah.
On YouTube rabbit hole and you like look up at all these like rival leagues
Yeah.
that they started?
I watched a great documentary or like YouTube.
Like AFL, and when it merged, where we used to be 2 leagues.
It used to be AFL.
NFL,
I watched a great video on the knuckleball in baseball.
What's knuckleball?
The knuckleball is a ball that you throw. So normally you're trying to throw as fast as possible, and it has spin on it, so it either goes straight or it curves or it does whatever. The knuckleball is one you throw with no spin. It's actually slower than a regular ball, but because there's no spin, the wind affects it in such a weird way.
Right.
But it's not hittable. It's the best ball in baseball, right? But it's so hard to throw that if you fuck it up, you just throw a really slow fastball and you knock that thing out of the park, right?
Right.
So there's been the resurge. What happens is there's a lull in elite knuckleballers, and because it's so hard to learn is the problem. I think the Dodgers took all of their like AA league pitchers that they thought sucked and weren't actually going to make the league, and they just did a camp where they just taught them how to knuckleball. They said, all you're going to do is knuckleball. You're going to do your best to do it. They couldn't figure it out. So it's a very specific thing. But like you can go from being one of the worst pitchers in the league to being the best pitcher in the league if you figure out how to throw a knuckleball.
Right. So
if you could throw
what was
a
the name of a
knuckleball
knuckleball league?
100% of the time, you would be one of the highest played players in baseball right now.
Damn, we might have to look into it.
If you could do it and you don't
might
have to learn...
So it might be our financial salvation.
It might be how we do it, man. We might be part-time comedians, full-time knuckleballers.
So what's the name of the knuckleball league?
Well, they didn't have a specific league for it. It was their AAA.
So it's one of the
team.
sports that never took off.
Well, no. So what they did is they just tanked, because what they have is you have the Major League Baseball. It's obviously the big league.
Yeah,
and then they
MLB,
have
MLB, as people call it.
And then they have these like second-tier leagues.
Yeah.
Where they have all their shittier players, right? That they're prospects.
But they thought it would be just baseball, like minor leagues and
baseball.
No, it is
not
baseball.
Baseball. But they just said, we're going to teach these guys how to knuckleball.
Yeah, but like...
It's a throw that you do.
So, but still, knuckleball... So wait, knuckleball is a throw, or is it like a separate from baseball?
It's a throw.
It's a throw,
but
with a different ball.
In baseball, with the same ball. But you just don't try to spin
Alright, because I thought that you were like saying like knuckleball is kind of like, like NFL and arena football or something like that.
No. It's a throw that you use in baseball itself.
Do you know this movie with Zachary Levi, the guy who played Chuck and Shazam?
Okay.
Shazam.
I don't know.
Do you know the TV show Chuck?
No.
Oh man, it's a fun show.
I'm sure it's good.
As a teenager, I loved it.
Nice.
It's a very fun spy show. It's like basically the guy gets kind of like neuralinked.
Okay.
Basically, he
Cool.
just like tech market, like something like Curry's or like I don't know, like any tech shop. So
Cool.
he somehow like this guy. I'm not spoiling anything. Just like
Don't spoil.
information
Don't do it.
about the show from 2008.
That's all good. But a lot of our listeners watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're
So-
not up. They're not finished yet.
So without spoilers, in the first episode, his friend,
A lot of people consider this podcast a companion piece to that show.
who's like CIA, somehow
Yeah, okay.
downloads all the secret files about like targets and whatnot into his brain.
Okay.
And he cannot like access it on command. So he works like this regular job,
Yeah.
but like these two CIA agents also work as like a, shop assistants
Okay.
to kind of like help him out.
Gotcha.
And sometimes out of nowhere he will get like a news flash.
Yeah.
Or memory flash about something, and we'll like go and like work. Anyway, it's like it's kind of like action comedy.
Nice.
But where I'm going with this,
Yeah.
and I'm always going somewhere.
We're always going somewhere.
There is a segue.
I can't wait to find out what this has to do with knuckleballs.
So he played in a movie.
Yeah. A ball. A knuckle.
And
He was Wilson.
and it was based on a true story.
Okay.
Obviously, the movie, I don't know how much of it was like on a true story.
Nice.
And it was, I think, like it's kind of like independent movie, but it is on Prime Video.
Yeah.
And shout out to Prime Video and
Shout out to
Netflix
Prime
and anyone
Video.
who wants to sponsor this podcast.
We love Prime Video.
And it's about this guy
Yep.
who played college football
Nice.
and didn't go pro, or maybe he went pro in NFL, but he got cut.
Okay.
And he went to like work in a shop,
Nice.
and like he was still always practicing and so on. And somehow like he got signed for like arena football, and
Nice.
he did well over there.
Okay.
And then he went back to NFL.
Was he working in a grocery shop?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it about Kurt Warner?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you know him.
I know the person. Yeah.
Of
Kurt Warner didn't make it, and then he was working in a grocery shop like 50 hours a week, and then
Yeah.
he was able to make it to the
arena.
St. Louis Rams, I believe.
Yeah, but
eventually.
before that he got drafted to arena.
In arena football,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And from there he went to like. Did he win a Super Bowl or something like
I
that?
think he won a Super Bowl, yeah, with the Rams.
Yeah, so like
I
the
think it was
most
him
called
and
under-
Lewis Tommels, LT, but not the defense. Yeah.
How old is he now?
Oh, dead.
Oh,
Nah, I got no. He's probably alive. Who knows?
but
What do
yeah.
you think happens after we die?
That's a good question. Like I would consider myself agnostic,
Okay,
atheist.
cool. Were you
Uh,
raised religious at all or no?
a bit,
A little bit?
a bit of.
Did you go to
a
church
bit,
ever as
yeah,
a
a bit
kid?
of Scientology.
Bit of Scientology. That's a good one to be raised in.
No, it was Christian Catholicism,
Catholicism.
Catholicism.
Same. Did you ever
but-
eat the bread?
Yeah,
Did you ever
yeah,
do communion?
yeah.
Hell yeah, the bread.
But I don't know, like, so, like, to me, I think there's most likely nothing happens. But I wish that it was. I hope that, because it would be sick, if there is, like, an afterlife.
You think so?
I think it would be sick,
It
yeah.
could also be bad. What if the afterlife is an eternal podcast?
I would rather take any life than no life,
I guess so. Really?
Yeah.
Any life. There's a lot of bad lives out there.
Yeah, I mean, in terms that, like, still feel like you never know what's, like, around the corner. So
You
it's
do
like-
never know. There's a sunshine over every rainbow.
Exactly.
Except when there isn't.
And
Sometimes
yeah,
you just die. Sometimes your life sucks forever and then you die. There's people, you could be working in a cobalt mine right now.
yeah.
You like to do that? I'd rather
No.
be dead myself.
No, I mean, that's like, just horrible.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people doing that.
But I would be then hoping if I was doing that someone might come and like sort of
Yeah.
like
You get a
rescue,
promotion.
shut it down or
Maybe, I guess
So-
so.
something like that.
Maybe
yeah.
you could be the guy that's in charge of the cobalt mine if you work really hard.
Oh man, I don't
You
think
could
I
have
do.
an AK-47 and a lot of little,
It's a, it's fucking
slave
crazy
kids.
thing that people like. Yeah, it's I
people
have no
that's
idea
someone's life.
how, and I think it's like very hard to like for journalists and people to like get like actually to
You
show
could
what's going
actually
on there
to
to
show
like
up there,
footage.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult.
I think there is like one guy who like almost like went there and got like some pictures, and it obviously was
Yeah.
devastating.
He
Uh,
went to do work experience.
And
He said, hey man, I'm doing some work experience. I just want to mine cobalt for a couple weeks.
is there now like
We take some
it's
selfies.
kind of crazy that no one figured out like a better way, not better way, but like actually like I don't know like
I think the
some sort of like
people
to get cobalt with like machines or like I don't know.
Well, you probably can, but like, why would you when you've got the slaves? Like, if you're a
For-
billionaire, if you're a tech billionaire, and you go, the slaves are actually cheaper than me producing the machinery to mine it, so we'll just keep the slaves. The slaves are free.
I have no idea how you like
Just got to feed
can
them.
live with that with moral conscience. With
I
that.
think it's pretty easy. I think people are fine with it. People have been doing it for a long time, you know?
Yeah, that's fucked
Like,
up.
you own a phone. So at a certain point, you have accepted that you're going to do it, you know? So if you get bought into, like, a family that has a mine, you go, this is kind of what... I just, it's how life works.
I think then...
Look at my shoes.
I think...
Nike. Little baby made those.
I think people
Little
should...
Chinese baby.
If you get inherited the mine when you just like I don't know buy like expensive tech,
But
you
own a
make
phone.
less money.
But you own a smartphone.
You make less money. And,
Yeah.
And you stop doing that.
But you own a smartphone that's got Colbert in it.
Yeah, and it's...
And if that breaks, you're probably going to buy another smartphone, aren't you? Because you could just do less stuff on your, don't have a phone, less gigs. It's a little bit difficult, but you could do it.
Also my phone is Android, so I don't know how we get
I think they're all slave phones.
I don't...
It's not the
hope
good
not.
fellas at Android. It's just made by a Chinese factory
I
instead
hope-
of a Bangladeshi factory or whatever's happening.
I don't know, it's...
It's a moral quandary, isn't it?
I mean, it isn't. It's obviously bad and it shouldn't be happening.
I know it's bad, but also we've all kind of accepted it, and we say, all right, this is
I
it.
don't think that we as a society accepted that. I think most people don't know about this because people cannot take pictures of these like cobalt mines
I
and
think
get
most
information.
people are aware that the phone is made by slaves.
So I think some people are aware.
I've done jokes about it. Whenever I bring it up, 100% of the audience accepts that fact, and they go, "We know that. There's nothing we can do about it." 100%. I think if we did a little poll, and you say, "Do you know?" and they say, "Yeah, but I need my phone to, jack off."
I think people are also putting up pressure on these companies to make it in an ethical way as well. So I don't think that it is accepted. I think it is ignored by the media.
Yeah.
So people are like not that aware. I don't know if you like did a poll outside. I don't know how many people would know about cobalt mines and what cobalt is.
I reckon most people do. I reckon we're aware, but we just go, whatever.
Because I genuinely don't know that much about it. I've read, I think, one article like
You may
about
not know
about it.
specifics.
It was like, oh, what's cobalt, and then it's like showed like how horrible it is, and it's like, oh goddamn, this is completely unacceptable.
You may not
But
know.
also, like it's not like where it's like you see it in the news, and I don't know like what are there different ways of getting cobalt and how much of it gets recycled, because like now I also think like you
can recycle your phone, and it eliminates the need to.
and when
to
they
mine
take
it.
out like
But you need a little bit to mine it originally.
in Barcelona it's kind of like interesting, and this is like completely could be like false, but
Yeah.
which is what I've been told by
Absolutely.
local.
No, that's all good. That's all good.
Well,
If
but-
someone figured out how to mine cobalt without slavery, it would be like the knuckleball, I think.
I think it would be great. I think, but maybe like I don't know how many cobalt mines there are,
There's a couple, I reckon. They're around.
but so basically in Barcelona,
Yeah.
I think it's the city that has like one of the biggest pickpocketing.
A lot of pickpockets.
So it's like insane ratio. I think it's what's like the most pickpocketed city in the world, certainly
Wow.
in Europe.
Okay.
And whereas this law, again, this is just what a local guy who lived there told me.
Absolutely. Some guy in Barcelona.
Tourism,
Yep.
tourism is not that popular in Barcelona. It is a big part of the economy, but a lot of local people do not like tourists.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen that. They don't like it.
Sometimes people will spill water from their balconies on tourists' heads.
Yep.
And
Which is nice because it gets pretty hot there.
tourists,
A nice spray of water on
Yeah.
your face, when you're in, it's a hot day. You say, thank you. And they say,
refreshing.
I don't know, I can't do Spanish. La potra, whatever they sound like. And they say, they told me to get
I
fucked
think
in
that was
Spanish.
more Italian.
Buongiorno, I'm from Barcelona.
And I think
You think?
in Barcelona,
In Barcelona.
if someone
If
steals something
steals
below
something,
800 euros,
Okay.
it's not prosecuted.
Yep.
And apparently, obviously, a lot of tourists get their phone stolen.
Yeah, of course.
But there are like these shops where you go and you sell the phone.
Yep.
And no questions asked.
Yeah, of course.
And those shops like operate in this gray zone where they like disassemble the phone.
Yeah.
And send parts of the phone that are hard to make to countries which are like have cell phone factories.
Yes.
So it's almost like this dark zone.
It's a dark
gray zone
black
economy.
Yeah, black market economy.
Where police knows about it, institutions knows of it, but also it's good for manufacturing because in a way it's like recycling.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So they turn a blind eye.
So the phone gets stolen to get recycled to make more phones.
Yeah. Well, that's the same way that in these countries that do have the high levels of the slavery and stuff, it's the same way. They go, oh, it's actually good for our economy if the cobalt gets mined. So we'll turn away from the slavery, you know? So I guess my question is, who is better, you know? A pickpocketer or a slave owner? Maybe they're both the same.
I would say pickpocketer, no questions asked.
In a lot of ways, they're both the same.
I think pickpocketing, in this way, I wonder, could you use it as a defense? Let's say if you if you steal below 800 euros, you don't get prosecuted. But what if you like go in and just steal 3 phones from one guy for 2,400 euros, and then you get caught, and then you go to court, and they say like, why did you do this? And you say like, for Mother Nature, I'm just recycling.
Well, you can pickpocket and say, I'm actually stopping slavery. You know what I mean? Because then that's the cobalt doesn't get mined. So you go, I'm trying to stop slavery one phone at a time.
Well,
I think it's beautiful. If you're a pickpocketer, work harder, is what I say. Steal more phones, make less slaves, you know? That's what I believe. 100%. No doubt.
I mean, it's the
thing. If you grew up in the 1700s, would you buy a slave?
Obviously not.
Well, what do you mean obviously not?
I just think it's inherently wrong.
But it would be pretty
neat, don't you think? For it.
No,
I don't.
But like someone could do your washing and stuff. What if you were really nice to them? Because if you don't buy that person to be nice to them, then they're going to be out in the field, get whipped. So you're going to buy them to be nice to them. Isn't that nice?
I feel like it's completely just one of the worst things that ever happened in history, and I think there is no justification for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say on that point.
As slavery.
Yeah, exactly. There's no justification for that.
But what if you got stuff that you don't want to do? Think of someone else to do it. That's my justification.
You just do it yourself, or you don't do it.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think that's the.
I guess so. Well, I guess that's where we differ.
I
think we might call this pod the slavery debate.
I mean, it's kind of.
Did they have slavery where you're from?
No.
None at all. Not once.
No.
Did your people get?
I think it was used to be a thing called feudalism. Feudalism?
Ooh, feudalism. Yeah. Where you were like a peasant and the lord owned the land, but you worked it for food, for sustenance, and they'd take the rest.
Yeah, I think.
I guess so. Well, who's to say what's better, you know?
I would say modern democracy is better.
I guess we'll never know.
I've never listened to an episode of this podcast. Does it always go in this direction?
No, not at all. I think this is the... Well, maybe we've been close, you know? But hey... how usually does this podcast go? Guys, it's up to you guys. I don't know, we had a lot of stuff. It depends on the guests. We kind of flow around. We kind of talk about just whatever's happening in the world, you know? I think anyway, we won't talk about that. It got taken down off YouTube. I don't know why, but I suspect a reason. On a podcast, I said Joe Rogan should have Netanyahu on his pod and then like strangle him to death with jiu-jitsu to like redeem himself. You know? For Joe Rogan. Then he's the Joe Rogan of the left. What do you think of that?
I completely who would strangle who?
Joe Rogan, because he's the jiu-jitsu guy.
All right.
So then he kills Netanyahu live on the pod, on the Joe Rogan Experience, and then everyone has to be like, oh, maybe he's good because he killed a war criminal.
I think Joe Rogan... Do you think now... I think Joe Rogan is definitely has more favorable I don't know. What's if you like polled? I think most people would rate Joe Rogan like favorably.
No, people hate Joe Rogan.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah. I think in the city they do. Maybe you go out, but I think a lot of people don't like Joe Rogan.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's kind of went off the deep end. He's also, his special sucked.
I didn't know none of that. So
You didn't know none of that, really?
I don't know. Like
I'd say maybe just because I'm just doing comedy, I'm surrounded by leftist cucks, as I like to call them. I'm one of them myself. But they.
I don't think people listening to this podcast will think that about you. If anything, you probably will be suggested as a right wing.
I don't know.
Guy
What
now.
are you talking about, man?
You will be like,
I believe.
to the right of Nigel Farage after.
No,
after
not
shitty
at all.
sentence.
Not at all. You can be left, and I'm not saying I'm pro-slavery. I'm just saying morally, what's the difference? I'm saying morally now we take part in a system that relies on slavery to kind of function, right? All of our manufacturing, everything, our phones, it all relies on that system. And by living in that system, we're no better than someone who inherited a plantation in the 1700s. He says this is a system, so I have to live by the system. We're also doing the same thing.
I think that's a
We
false
could all-
moral equivalency.
We could all live in the woods,
100%.
have sex with squirrels and fucking live a good life.
Where the squirrels come in?
Well, you got to do something. It's fun.
That you're a little king. What's going on here? I've never seen a person squeeze squirrel in a conversation.
Well,
like that.
you know what I mean. Just trying
I don't.
Hey, just trying to get a nut.
Right.
I think I'm a left. I'm a left. I'm whatever you guys think. Is what I say. But no, I think it's interesting how we all exist in a context. I'm just trying.
You do,
live
but like let's say
yeah.
you live in the UK, right?
I mean, yeah.
And you have, and UK
Yes.
has gun manufacturing,
For sure, yeah.
and some of those guns get bought by countries which go to war.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And some of those countries
Could be
have
genocide.
armies, and those armies
Yeah.
have guns.
Yes.
One of those people can go in
Yeah.
and kill people with that gun,
Yeah, absolutely.
but because you work here as a barista,
Yeah, I pay
and you
taxes.
pay tax.
Absolutely.
So are you as guilty as that person who shot
That's
that
why
person?
well, yeah,
All right.
absolutely. I think I think
Well, then you have a lot to answer for.
well, I do have a lot to answer for, and I'm sorry to all those kids in Sudan that I killed. But you know what? It's but I don't think maybe not as guilty, but I think the fact that I'm on a spectrum. But I just think it's hard to morality. You know what I mean? I can see through my logic as to why I kind of accept all these things.
I
and
think
continue to live
morality.
my life.
I think morality is
Yeah.
not that difficult. What I think is to make an actual impact. So, for example,
Yeah.
someone who's a prime minister,
Yes.
a president of a superpower,
Yeah.
should just see this and be like, "This is unacceptable." And
Yeah.
you go to a place that has
Yeah. And
cobalt
by the
mouth,
way,
and you say you must.
he is
stop
watching the pod
this.
right now, so
you
tell him what
you
to
must
do.
stop.
Tell
this.
him what to do in the camera.
Yeah, you go.
Who's the prime minister of this country? I have
Keir.
zero idea.
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer. Tell Keir Starmer what to do.
You just go in to anywhere that has cobalt mines. You shut it down.
Yeah. You say, guys, cut it out.
No, you don't. You don't say cut it out. You say we'll implement huge sanctions on it if you don't.
Yeah.
We will stop buying stuff from
Absolutely.
you. And you send in human
Okay.
rights watchers that it's
Yeah.
that's completely stops, and if cobalt is mined in
Yeah.
ethical way.
I guess so.
With ethical way, and
But then
So you-
then that fucks up our the economy in the UK.
yeah, but if that's the hit that you have to take that hit. For example, I feel if I had
Yeah,
the
but
power
then-
and you had the power, people would stop that. But you.
Okay,
if
but
you-
then-
you-
but
let's say-
then-
let's say you go to a mom of 2 single child
Yeah,
who works
absolutely.
3 shifts, who has a phone,
That's it.
who uses that phone to check on her kids,
Yeah.
to go.
She's
on
as
Google-
bad as a slave owner, is what
Google-
I'm saying. She's maybe worse.
You cannot put.
Yeah, because she's a single mum. She had him out of wedlock. That's also a sin.
Oh man.
But here's the thing, right? Then Keir Starmer does this, right? Then because life in the UK, the economy fucks up, right? Then he doesn't get elected next go round. He can't finish off his plans.
I think most people would be like, yeah, that's.
I disagree. Most people wouldn't.
Most people would say like,
not if
that's
they're on my
acceptable.
Instagram algorithm.
And also, I don't know how much of how much would it even like? How expensive is cobalt?
Oh man, I tried to buy some the other day. It's too much.
Because like now the phones are pretty cheap. Obviously, like the
More
new
expensive
iPhone,
than lamb, I'll tell you that.
a new iPhone is expensive, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But let's say if you buy something like Google Pixel 8 on Amazon, that's a few £100.
Absolutely.
Which is obviously still money.
Yeah.
But it's not like buying a house.
No.
So like if cobalt
I've always said that a
was
phone
mined
isn't
in
a
an
house.
ethical way,
Yeah.
how much more expensive would it be? And I think most people would be fine with paying that because phone is a valuable thing to have. You know, like for example, you want to buy a car, it's pretty expensive, but it's useful. And same with a phone.
Absolutely. All I'm saying is that if cotton prices go up a little bit, I'm fighting in the Civil War.
All I'm saying is if someone said this is
I don't know.
completely ethical made phone, and
Yeah.
I think it should be labeled that way, I would take that hit and buy that phone because I would think like, yeah, no one wants to be like part of this.
Absolutely. Well, maybe we would, you know? But hey, when it comes down to it, you know, we're all just people.
That we are.
We are. No, absolutely. I agree. I think with that.
I'm actually surprised that no one has made this. Why? Maybe they have. Maybe we just haven't heard it. But
Well,
there should be like some startup who will be like, we will make phone in the most ethical way possible.
expensive phones, yeah. But then I think because
And would it be more expensive? You know.
well, because the people that make the phones are all these huge billionaire groups that can then like lobby to be like, oh no, you can't get Colbert the other way. Like they just play a perception game, and then all of a sudden they say, oh, this phone actually sucks. If you said, I reckon to the majority of people, if you say, here's two phones, one of them is made with slave labor and one's made without. The one made without costs £200 extra. They just buy the cheaper one. I think people are. I think that's how selfish people are.
I think some people would do that.
Some people would, and they'd immediately be annoying nerds who go, I got and they go, shut up. I'm getting my cheaper one. Fuck it. That's most people.
I don't know, man.
I think people are bad.
I also don't agree with that one actually.
Okay.
I think most people are like inherently good.
No.
And then people, even if they do like a bad thing, they usually think that they are like doing a good thing. They think like, yeah, you have like psychopaths who do like a bad thing, but they, are psychopaths. But most people, even if they do like something bad, they probably think that they have a good intention.
I understand that, but there's a million ways of moralizing why you're buying the different phone. You know what I mean? Because I do it all the time where I'll get something that I know is maybe bad, but because it's cheaper.
Like what?
I don't know, like oh man, I can't think of one right now. Like clothes. Like I don't take the time when I buy clothes to go, oh, is this ethically sourced? You know? I think if I was a good person I would, But I just get whatever's cheapest at Primark or whatever. And that's probably made by someone somewhere, that's not in good conditions. So I could take the time. But what I say to myself is go, when I'm richer, if I had more money, I would do the good thing, but I don't, And you can do that forever, even if you actually have a lot of money. You can just moralize in your own head.
I think most people...
Thanks for listening to this comedy podcast, guys. We really appreciate it.
I think most people...
Yeah.
So let's say like this, right?
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant.
You go to a restaurant. What type of restaurant?
Fast food.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm having a dirty day.
Going to a fast food restaurant.
Is like burgers, chicken, what are we getting?
Some fries.
Okay, some fries.
You're getting quarter pounder.
Oh, okay. Nice. I don't mind that. Okay.
A little milkshake.
Oh, a milkshake. What flavors do they have?
Strawberry and blueberry.
Those are the only two?
That's the only two.
Niche restaurant we're at.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
You go to a restaurant, you pay.
Fries, quarter pounder, blueberry milkshake.
Yeah.
They're not vanilla. That's
just
crazy
we only have fruit based
I think
milkshakes.
you could go to any fast food place, and if they have shakes, they're going to have a vanilla one. But that's fine.
Anyway,
Maybe they're out of vanilla.
so
I just want a plain one, just whatever ice cream you use.
they
and
might
just the
have
milk.
lemon one as well.
Lemon as well. But I say don't even put any flavor. I just want the ice cream and milk. And they say
don't
we
have it.
can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to have the flavor.
It's out of the question.
Oh, bro. Can we go to a different restaurant?
It's only one open.
Oh, man. Okay, fine. We're at this restaurant.
You buy food.
Do you know what I like? I like burger sauce on my fries. Is that crazy?
No, it's nice.
Okay, beautiful.
So
Do they have burger sauce?
No.
Oh, okay, fine.
They ran out of it.
They ran out of burger sauce.
So
okay, that's fine.
you buy a food.
Could I get the blueberry sauce on the fries just to try it? That they use for the milkshakes.
So, you
Yes, me.
or I.
No, me. I want it to be me in this
Okay,
one.
you get the food, right?
I get the food.
You pay for it.
I pay for it.
You eat it.
Yeah. Do I pay in cash or card?
Half.
Half
Split.
each?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I eat it. Yep. Yum, 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 yum.
And then
Excuse me, can I get some more burger sauce?
when you leave
I
restaurant,
want them for the fries.
when you leave restaurant,
I don't know. If you put burger sauce on the burger, surely I can get it for the fries. If they have a quarter pounder, you think I could get that
I don't know.
burger
We
sauce?
ran out of burger sauce.
Oh my! So there's none on my actual burger.
They put the last one on your burger.
They put the last bit. Could you put half as much as you would normally put on the burger,
right.
and the other half goes onto my fries?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
So when you leave a restaurant,
Okay, do I leave a tip? I probably not. If they do the burger sauce thing, if they halve it, I leave a tip. If not, I don't tip.
regardless,
I think this is an important detail.
you
to
leave
note
a
down.
restaurant.
I leave the restaurant.
You think
Yep.
that everyone who works there
Yeah.
got paid
Yes.
for their work.
Yeah.
B, that food wasn't, I don't know, stolen from somewhere else. It was just delivered
Yeah.
and bought like in a classic way where from like, I don't know.
You have a supplier normally,
Yeah,
and they
from
deliver
supplier
the stuff.
that also
And there was
pay
a-
their workers and so on.
Yeah,
and
but
that's
maybe
like
they
a-
haven't been paying the supplier properly. That's why they ran out of vanilla.
And that's a metaphor
That's a metaphor.
for like a country in general. When you
Wait. I'm eating a metaphor?
So
Are
that's
the chips real or not?
very real. But
They're a metaphor.
yeah.
The chips are real. The burger's a metaphor.
So go
The
to
shakes are still weird.
so regardless of what you are buying,
Yes.
is it clothes? Is it deck?
Yeah.
Is it a car?
Yes.
You think
Yeah.
that these big corporations
Absolutely.
and these big companies which operate
Yeah.
in a democratic country
Yeah.
with Western standards,
Yes.
with a lot of oversight,
Yeah,
with a lot
absolutely.
of tax,
Mm-hmm.
that they
Yeah.
have a moral and legal responsibility
For sure.
to make sure that the products that you buy
Yeah.
are made in ethical way. So you cannot you can, but also think it's almost like with climate change.
Yeah. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Could we do a little walk around the block because I like to digest? To help digest the burger, I want to do a little walk.
Yeah.
So
car-
just
good
while this
boxes around the
conversation's
corner.
happening, we're doing a little walk around. It's
Aye.
late at night because this only place open, but we're walking around and he's explaining the metaphor I just
Aye.
ate. Just to
So-
help the digestion.
So for example,
Yep.
with climate change, right?
Absolutely.
I saw this chart.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how
Yeah.
accurate it is.
Absolutely.
How accurate it is.
Yeah?
But it seems about probably right.
Okay.
That let's say 50% of people
Yes.
who on the lower bracket of earnings.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say of all people
Of
the
all people,
you-
the
you-
bottom 50%.
of bottom
Yeah.
50% of earners
Absolutely.
contribute 8% to climate change.
Yeah.
And when it goes with thing for example,
Yes.
hey, did you put this, I don't know,
Recycling.
bottle of water
Yeah.
into recycle?
Yeah, of
then-
course.
Or you did it, and if you didn't, you might be a bad person who contributes to a climate change, and that
Yeah.
technically is correct. But are you contributing to that, or is it for example, a giant, I don't know,
Corporation.
which puts out trillion times
I
emissions?
think so.
What you
Well,
do?
then maybe you have a moral obligation to find the person that owns the big company
Mm.
and try to blow up their car or something. So do you feel?
Oh,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
I think
Would you say? Let's say it's the 1700s and it's slavery, right? Who's the morally superior person? All right, there's someone that owns slaves, so they're probably bad.
Mhm.
There's someone that doesn't own slaves, but they just live their life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And maybe they sign a petition every now and
Mhm.
then to be like, oh, stop slavery,
Yeah.
right? Or the person who is like a terrorist in the South and kills, slave auctioneers and stuff.
I think the whole Civil War was fought about this, and
Yeah.
and we know that
But that is political violence.
I think like also now we
Yeah.
have like legal institutions
We do.
where you could
But
put someone to the Hague and put them in jail for the rest of their lives.
But I don't think it happens at all.
But I think
the
it should be happening.
It should be happening, but the system has failed. So someone has to, put some...
No, but you don't knock down the whole system. You like just
Not
try
knock
to-
down the system, but
you
you
try
put
to-
a...
I mean, you try to like
You
fix,
put a gun to the owner of Exxon's head and you say, do better or else, you're dead. That's the way. That's the only way to change the world, genuinely. Because you're saying all this stuff like, yeah, there are regulations, but there's ways to turn their heads. The entire Western institution has only existed off of funneling resources out of Africa and Asia, right? Like that's what's propping up the glory years of the West.
I think what would happen then if you
It's not a
if you
bug
did-
of the system. It's
if
built
you,
in.
If you did that to like CEO of Exxon,
Yeah.
it would, like, it would completely turn people against your cause.
Well,
I think it's much more,
it would cause me to
I
the
think-
cause.
I think it's much more reasonable to go to like the CEO of Exxon and be like,
Excuse me, sir. Then he says, "Fuck off, you loser. I'm a billionaire, bitch.
mm,
I got a super yacht. I got a yacht on my yacht. I got a little yacht that comes out of my big yacht, and I get to sail that around. I don't give a fuck what any losers say. These are top 0.001%. They don't give a fuck. The only thing they're going to respond to is threat of their lives or their property,
and
right?
I think you still cannot do that. I think that's
You can.
that's wrong, and that's why it's illegal.
Yeah.
I think
I understand why it's illegal, but I don't think it's moral.
I don't think.
If someone...
Obviously, like legality and morality.
what do you think
are
of
different things,
Luigi? What do you
but-
think of Luigi?
But I think killing people is bad.
I disagree. Depends on the circumstances.
I think it is bad to kill people.
What
That's
about
what-
like a child molester?
put him in jail?
But what if he says, I'm going to molest any child I can get near?
You put him in jail in a.
What about like a serial rapist who rapes people in jail?
You put him in in isolation in jail.
I guess so. But what if you...
I think killing a person, and that's why I'm against the death penalty,
I'm against the death penalty.
is lowering.
But I'm pro-vigilante justice.
I think you're lowering yourself
Okay.
to the standard of a killer.
So you
and I
don't-
think as a society we should embrace a higher ground, a higher standard.
Yeah, but so you don't like Luigi Mangione? You think he did bad? I'd say free him. You can have whatever opinion you want, but this is
I
this
know
is
I
my
can have
opinion.
like any opinion you want.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't realize this was like one of those like sort of like interviews where it's just like which podcast should be called not Ramsey Smith isn't funny. It's like Ramsey Smith tries to like push people with like these hypothetical.
Well, I
moral
just want to
situations.
know where your morality lies. I don't know. I think this is
healthcare
fun.
system is completely kind of like fucked in the States,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
the NHS and the way we have it in Europe, I
Yeah.
think is a better system. It doesn't mean that you cannot have like a private healthcare. I think like private health, like
I'm saying, is it good that Luigi Mangione shot that CEO in the head?
I think you shouldn't have done that.
All right, that's all I wanted to know. That's your opinion. I guess you hate poor people. That's what I'm saying. Nah,
I think
I
America
think
would.
that's- yeah.
I think America should have. So basically, I think what people sometimes don't get about how universal healthcare system works. Right?
Absolutely.
It's almost like public transportation, and it's the same the same metaphor.
Yeah, man.
Is-
We're doing another metaphor. What
yeah,
food is it this time?
It's transportation, baby.
Oh, it's a bus.
So you have no money.
I have no money.
You are walking,
I'm walking.
and if you are walking, and if
I'm
you-
walking
and in-
here.
in the
Remember that?
healthcare-
Have you seen that movie?
in the
I'm walking. Apparently, that was improv by Dustin Hoffman.
and in the healthcare
Great
equivalent
movie.
is
What's your favorite movie?
I don't have one.
Really?
No.
Not one. Do you have a favorite director?
Also, now I think there are like lots of great movies, and it's the same thing with like directors. Like I like
True.
Shawshank Redemption. I like
What's like a
Dark
comfort?
Knight,
What's like a comfort movie that you'll rewatch?
Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. I like watching. The Godfather is mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I find it very comforting.
And
I don't know why I watch it. I watch it often. Oh, Did you like the Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers?
I haven't seen it.
That's one of my favorite films ever, and people hate it. Yeah. Anyway, that's fine.
So you're walking. You don't
We're
have money.
walking.
You're walking from A to
I'm
B.
walking off my meal.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
And you have like a healthcare problem from that meal, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you would go just like
Turns out the blueberry was just cum.
to NHS. I don't know,
hello, I'm
facility.
NHS. Yeah.
And like walking, it could take you like hours.
Yeah.
Slow, and the same as like
I
you
am
could be,
digesting
like, waiting, like,
though.
in a waiting room.
So the first 20 minutes of the walk is nice because I'm digesting the meal. But after that, it gets a bit much.
And when you're like, for example, you go to like this free healthcare facility.
Absolutely.
And you might wait long. It doesn't have Wi-Fi, whatever.
Oh,
but,
really?
But you get checked out. So you get
Do they
the
have
same way
vanilla
working
milkshakes?
from A to B. They don't have no food.
Fuck.
If you have a little
Pissed off.
if you have a little bit more money, right?
Yeah.
You might buy yourself
A better burger.
you might get
I might get an Uber.
You get on a bus.
I get
or
on a
like
bus.
on a tube.
I get
and
on
you
the
pay
tube.
a little bit more.
Yep.
But you get there faster.
Yeah. But I thank the bus driver.
Yeah. So the same way you might
I've been trying to thank the tube driver.
you
It's
might have
difficult.
to
I
like
don't like that.
some walk-in clinic where you have to like pay a little bit, let's say 50
Yeah.
pounds.
Absolutely.
But like maybe like it's
It's a
a
bit
shorter
quicker.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have more money.
Nice.
You buy a car
Absolutely.
and you get from A point to point B, right?
I say, hey, you don't have any vanilla milkshakes? I'm driving to a better place.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm doing.
And so in healthcare, you might have like a private insurance, and when you go to like a
Indeed.
place, you still get the same care.
Yeah.
And maybe they have Wi-Fi, they have snacks,
Nice.
they have nice air conditioning.
They have snacks?
And so on. Yeah.
What snacks?
Cookies.
Cookies. I like cookies.
And if
Have
like,
you ever given blood before?
and if you're, yeah,
Nice. Do they have snacks there?
cinema tickets.
You get cinema tickets?
Yeah.
Really? What movie did you watch?
I don't remember.
Nice. It sucks to watch a movie and they like your blood was the tickets. Better be a good movie. You know what I mean?
Blood money.
Blood money.
And if you're balling,
If you're balling.
you're driving a Maybach or Ferrari.
Yeah, but how are you
have a
balling?
private-
Because you work for Exxon and
you have a private jet.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you just sold NFTs in the right time.
You sold. You're a
And,
nice nice.
And the same in healthcare. You go to like some private clinic in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And it's super fast, and you live like in a 5-star accommodation. So that's the thing about healthcare. I think like what people that are talking in the States when they have like universal healthcare.
Yeah.
They want that model just because everyone will have access.
But
so
I
it's the
think-
same way people can take the bus, or like
But-
cycle
but
or
I
walk from A
think-
to B. Doesn't mean that you won't have your like super baller private insurance kind of like same in the UK.
That's
people
what I'm
still have,
talking
like,
about.
private
Yeah,
insurance.
absolutely.
If you don't if you don't have like enough
Yeah.
money for like expensive healthcare, which I don't, maybe like you
You
go
can
to
get
regular
better
NHS,
stuff.
but you still get the healthcare that you need.
Yeah, but look, man. All I'm trying to
So
say.
I think like it's crazy that people in the States don't have that model.
It is bad.
and also that insurance companies
Yeah.
try to block
Of
people
course.
from getting.
And
their
those
prepaid
people deserve to die.
No, they deserve to be in prison if they like took healthcare away from someone.
But they're never going to go to prison because they're the elite and the elite protect themselves. These people will never see a day in prison. They're never, at worst, they're going to get fined. So the people have to rise up and say, hey, you guys got to fucking settle down, give us some health care.
You have to raise up.
You got to
elect
rise up.
better people, change the laws.
But
and do
it
it
doesn't
better.
matter who you elect. They're all part of the
I
same
think
club.
violence breeds violence.
It does,
So
but
if you do that, I think then there's like a real chance of like civil arrest and a lot of like innocent
that's what I
people and
want. Bit of civil unrest. Shake things up.
I don't think you really want that.
Kill everyone now.
I mean,
Do you want to plug your Instagram? Do you want to?
there will
Donnie
be people,
from the block. Check it
there
out.
will be people who like.
It's like
will
Jenny
listen to
from
this,
the block.
And the bad thing is that they might actually think that you're like for real.
Oh, well, I exist on a spectrum. What do you think about people doing the Riyadh Comedy Fest? Would you have done it?
I think.
Yes or no question is what that was.
I think.
Yeah. I'd do it for flights and a com.
I think.
It's to hang out.
The thing is, it's like.
Call me Riyadh. Just weaken to the Saudi princes watching.
I think.
That's why you got to do your research on podcasts before you come on. This is on you.
So
yes or no question. Someone says, "Hey, I got 100K. You got to do a Riyadh Comedy Fest." Just say yeah.
I would need to look into my calendar.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah, sorry, I booked Candlemaker. Can we do a different date?
So I think also the thing is, it's about A is I think with Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
I think a lot of comedians got a lot of pushback, right?
They did.
And I had this joke about Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Oh, let's do it. Do you want to do 10 minutes of stand-up and I'll be silent?
And I think
I'll bring you onto the stage. You just do 10 minutes.
So my joke about Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Donatus Staneika.
Hi. I'm from Lithuania, the Croydon of Europe.
Hey!
I moved to UK because I love British people, I love British culture, I love British comedy, but mainly because I couldn't get a green card to the United States. But doomed. So Riyadh Comedy Festival is happening.
Yeah.
And
woo!
A lot of famous comedians are going, and a lot of people are very unhappy about that. Because they do not agree with Saudi Arabia's policies. And that's why I almost exclusively do stand-up in the UK. The country which has never had any human rights problems and never violated international law. Shout out to George W. Bush and Tony Blair,
Woo!
So my take is this. If you look at comedians that went there, right? They get a lot of pushback from a lot of people not from the comedy industry, just journalists and so on. And my question is, was there the same energy for football players who go to play there and get way more money, or Formula 1, which does Grand Prix, or WWE, or golf, or British arm industry, which sells $15 billion worth of arms.
So you would go, is what you're saying?
To Saudi Arabia. I think that's the thing is, it's if you go there, you also are part of starting, so I'm a liberal guy,
You're starting the conversation.
I'm from I'm all for gay marriage, all for women's rights. I'm here for pro-choice.
Yeah.
I'm
nice.
I'm for freedom of religion, freedom of thought, freedom of speech.
Freedom.
For I'm against racism, homophobia, all of that stuff.
Yeah. Boo. Is this still stand up?
And
there's laughs per minute, not there.
And I think when you have
you want to go there to engage with them on an artistic level, and then their minds might be expanded just that little bit more, that creates the evolution of progressive values in the Middle East. Isn't that beautiful?
I think there is.
That's amazing.
I think there is that. It goes exchange. It goes both.
Cultural exchange.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. You come back wearing one of those, I don't want to say towels, but it's the only word that came into my head. What's their fancy things the sheiks wear?
I don't know.
Well, you wear some fancy little robe. One of those nice robes. Have you ever worn a robe before in public?
Not yet.
I feel like the breeze would be nice. Probably when you're in a hot country, you want the breeze.
What would you go to the Riyadh Comedy Festival?
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
Yeah, but I think it would be bad. But I'd do it
How
anyway.
would you justify it?
I just go, well. What are you gonna do? You know. What are you gonna? We all got slave phones. It's fine. No, I look. I would like to think I would donate a significant portion of the paycheck.
Well, Aziz Ansari did that, and they Human Rights Watch.
Yeah,
and they didn't take it.
They didn't take it.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What a bunch of nerds. Well, I would go there, but I would do like a Bill Burr's Philly rant, but to them, you know. I'd be like, you guys are bitches. You know what I mean? You guys, I know you killed that journalist. I know you guys are bad people, you know. Because the two things you couldn't criticize, you couldn't talk about the government, you couldn't talk about religion. So I would just do 20 minutes on those two things. And probably get beheaded. But I'd want to go out in a fun, you know. To be the comedian that got beheaded at Riyadh, that's, I think, beautiful. That's priceless. That's legacy right there.
Definitely,
people are going to remember you.
We would definitely make a movie about him.
They would. Your poster's going to be up in comedy clubs.
Who would you
want
it to?
He's the guy.
Who would you want to direct it?
Oh, to direct it? Oh, it's a nice little biopic about me. Oh, man. I probably, Scorsese. You know? And I get played by, I don't want to get played by Leo. Maybe I get Hugh Jackman. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I want him to play me. And, yeah, that'd be fun.
I also, think, one of the things...
Yeah.
That also can be, an argument for going.
Yes. Is the weather's nice.
Yeah, for sure.
That's huge.
But also, that's, a thing that you've, never been.
Yeah.
So, actually go and see what on the ground level...
See what's going
interact
on.
with people.
Yeah.
And see how it actually is. And then you kind of, decide in your mind if you go back for a second time, you know?
True. Well, isn't that beautiful? I reckon we're going to wrap up. We've talked about a lot of stuff. Mainly CrossFit, I think, is the main takeaway from this.
I don't think people will remember.
People go, that was a great CrossFit episode, is what they're going to say. Do you want to plug anything?
I don't think you will do, a bio description, right?
Probably not.
No. Okay.
I mean, I might. Yeah, you'll be there, but just say it, because people got to hear it.
Yeah, so the only thing that I can plug, I guess, is my Insta, which is at Donny from the block.
There you go.
Yeah, DONNY.
That's how you spell Donny.
FROM.
Yep. Spell the.
DATHE.
That's how you spell the.
BLOCK.
And that's how you spell block.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
One word.
One word. Good night, Australia.
I'm at the Comedy Store on February 13th.
Go February 13th. Watch him at the Comedy Store.
I'm on February 9th at
How long are you doing?
Edinburgh.
You doing a 10?
Yeah.
Nice. Doing a 10. Where are you in Edinburgh?
The Stand.
The Stand.
February 9th.
February 9th. See him there.
February 10th in Glasgow.
And 10th in Glasgow. Check him out.
Stand.
Yep, at the Stand.
February 11th.
Yep.
At
when's Valentine? No, 14th.
In Newcastle.
In Newcastle. He's doing a little. This is a tour.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
February 14th, Comedy Store.
And February 15th.
January 2nd, Backyard Comedy Club.
Oh, you're doing the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Couples can see you to get warmed up.
And it's Friday.
You can keep the Friday the 13th spooky, and then they get warmed up and they see you and they say, "We want to make love to each other tomorrow."
The number is at 1 hour 48 25 seconds. We should just go to 1 hour and 40.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. We got to make 40.
Seconds.
We have to do it. So we got a minute 30.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Did you
just before this podcast? What's your research? Go to first course of philosophy, morally challenging questions. False moral equivalent.
Bold of you to assume I did research. Just whatever comes out. I don't know. I like this. What this podcast is about is it's about ideas. It's about coming together and saying, "Hey, what do we believe? You know, what do we believe in?" Did you dress up for Halloween?
No. Did you?
No. Hate Halloween.
Really? Why?
It's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
No need. But it always took over. You know what I mean? Like Halloween takes over my birthday. People care more about Halloween than they do my birthday.
Did you do anything for your birthday?
Not really. I hung out, went for breakfast, had lunch with some friends.
Fuck, I wasn't invited.
Huh?
I wasn't invited.
Well, I had lunch with one friend.
All right.
Yeah, my boy toy, Sama.
Australian.
No. He started comedy in Australia, but then he's from here. Anyway, he's a little Arab.
What's he doing? Working holiday or studying in Australia?
He was doing a working holiday in Australia. And then he was, Anyway, shout out to Scruffy Murphy's. It's a pub. Shout out to, do anyone want to shout out?
Five Guys.
Shout out Five Guys.
In and out.
In and out.
Shout out to...
Pop, pop, pop.
What's the name of the guy?
Pop, pop, pop. Sammer.
No, NFL guy.
NFL. Oh, which one?
Kurt
Cobain?
The guy who...
Kurt Butker.
Went from grocery store to NFL.
Oh, Kurt Warner.
Clark Partners.
Shout out to Kurt Warner, guys.
Shout out to that guy.
This is the Kurt Warner Memorial Podcast.
Shout out to that guy.
I don't think he's dead. We'll see you guys. Good night. Good night, Australia.